what you're showing people.
Yeah.
I think that matters, man.
Yeah.
I think it matters.
Dude, and how do you, you know, as businesses are growing and as you're going through these growing pains, how do you stay positive and keep moving forward and not let those growing pains hold you up or make you quit or take steps back?
Man, I was talking to my boy Manny. Manny's one of the guys for Bastards. I've mentioned them. They're some cool motherfuckers, man. If you ever go to California, they got some bar and grills out there, some canteens, and it's veteran-owned. They do a bunch of veteran celebrations, and they were in the Marine Corps with me, and Manny was an instructor with me. Cool cat, man. Just a suit, but he works hard. We were talking today about that specifically, and I was like, dude, beyond all the SOCOM shit, all that bullshit, and I say it all the time, and it's true. You know what I loved about being in the infantry? Loved about being a grunt? Is it's not so much about, like, it's good to be coordinated. It's good to be athletic in the Marine Corps. It fucking helps. It's good to be conditioned and you're going to do CrossFit or, you know, whatever it is. It's good to have all those. But here's the deal, man. Some of those, like going through squad leaders course, dude, it was brutal. Like the hikes, the ruck runs with your gear on. Dude, there's no athletic ability that's getting you through it. It just sucks.
Yeah.
Bro. But it's like, dude, I wrote this down. Don't be a bitch. But listen, for all you bitches out there listening, getting all fucking mad right now, hold on. Don't be a bitch. And just give me a minute to explain. Right? Just give me a minute. Just put the bitch aside. Just give me a minute, please. It's a powerful term. We used to say it in the Marine Corps a lot, but like when you're going through squad leaders course, man. So for example, even just like School of Infantry, man. Right? Like you're going on these ruck runs. So you have like your gear, your bag on your back. And hikes, you got 85 to 100 pounds on your back. Okay. When we do like 7-8 mile ruck runs, it's a lighter pack. It's probably a 20-pound pack, you know, more of like a backpack style. And you got your weapons, but you always bring your weapons, man, everywhere you go. And those weapons have to go start to finish. So if someone starts, you know, with the 240, you know, they can pass it to someone else during those 7 miles. It's going to get passed a lot, and that's okay. You know, and a lot of times we'd be running, like you'd run 2 miles and then we'd do, you know, like a station where we'd be doing a ton of push-ups or flutter kicks or sit-ups. And then, so it's kind of giving you a break from the run, but then you're doing some muscle stuff, whatever you want to call it. Not calisthenics, but calisthenics.
Yeah.
Oh, right on.
Body weight.
And then you get back and you run it. So when in that transition of like doing push-ups or doing buddy squats or whatever it was, someone else would pick up that 240 or some of the mortars and things like that, and then someone else would run with it. Dude, it's just heavy. It fucking sucks, but it's like everybody else is doing this. When you talk about partnership, I agree.
Right.
And it's like when you got Marines in your squad, it's like, look, man, everybody else is doing it too. Don't be a little bitch, okay? Grab your nuts, keep fucking going, right? Like, and on top of that, when I say there's no athletic ability, like sometimes, man, you start running, like you don't have some special harness to place the backpack on your back that like displaces, you know, the weight properly. And then, no, dude, you throw it on, and then whoever had the barrel to the spare machine gun, you're carrying it now, but the strap is too long, but you throw it on because you're in a hurry. And now the bag's draping down super low and it's banging in the fucking knee while you're running. And you're like, hey, bro, when we get back, I'm going to beat the shit out of you with my swollen knee right in your fucking face, asshole.
Yeah.
But you've already started and you're too tired. Like you're not going to stop running and let a quarter mile go by because you're adjusting that strap.
Yep.
Just don't be a bitch. Yep. Your knee's going to be okay. All right. And then just finish. But it's all grit, man. It's all getting through it. And here's the deal. Some guys don't carry the same weight. Some guys don't take initiative to grab that barrel. Don't take initiative to grab the 240. Don't take initiative to grab the mortar. And, you know, we're all a team. So there's guys that get told, hey, pick that up. And then they'll pick it up. But they're not looking for where they're at in the rotation. And they're not volunteering for it. And then you got guys that are taking the initiative. And they're like, hey, you tired? Give me the barrel. Hey, give me that. They're taking the initiative to grab it because they're testing themselves.
Right.
Those are bad motherfuckers.
Yeah.
But here's the deal. Maybe no one says a word, but the guy that like carried shit half as much as everyone else, look, dude.
Everyone knows.
And you're not getting invited for a beer later.
Everyone
like guys aren't going to want to hang out. You're like, hey, you're being a little bitch. And when you're training like that and you're training for guys to be prepared in combat, it's like, hey, where's your line of letting someone down? Like, oh, you're tired a little bit right now and you don't want to grab that machine gun? bitch. What are you gonna do if we go overseas? What are you gonna do, man? Right? Like, that's important. So I think when you talk about just gutting it out with entrepreneurship and just where does that come from? It comes from just the pride of the respect amongst my peers that I was never that bitch.
Yeah.
Right? You're never, here's the deal in the Marine Corps too, man. You're never the best. There's just so much competition. There's so many things to get done. You're never going to be the best at every single little thing. And that's okay too, man. We're all a team, but you're not going to finish every run first and whatever it may be, but respect amongst your peers of just something as simple as a run, swim, run, right? You're running 7 miles, you swim a certain amount of time at the pool, you put your stuff in and you run 7 miles back. And then while you're doing that, you got your weapons to carry. Just that one activity that took a couple of hours in the morning for your morning PT, your morning physical training, right? Just that right there commands so much respect when you do it right amongst your peers that you're not a fucking bitch, man. So now, like when I'm counting on you or you're counting on me, and then we've got a team of people that are counting on us to help them grow business, and yeah, we hold them accountable, and there's things that they have to do for their business. But at the same time, what are we just going to cop out? We're just going to not help them?
Right.
We're just going to not help them because it's late at night, or I'm just going to not work as hard because I'm tired one day and I just need a break, even though there's things to get done. Like, you need a break, that's cool, but wait for there to be a break in the mix before you do that. And I was talking today with Manny about that, and we we're kind of laughing back and forth, but it's true. And this is why it's so fun to see those guys at Bastards, and I'm sure there's plenty across America, but dude, this is why a lot of times, like, your Marine Corps boys or whatnot can be super, super successful at entrepreneurship because, look, man, we've already been at the worst of it. These guys in California, they wake up every day not getting shot at. I mean, they're close to South Central LA, right? But they're in they're in LA County, So, but here's the deal: like, they wake up, man, out of a bed.
Yep.
And they wake up not getting shot at.
Yep.
And they wake up with their family, right? And they wake up and they got to go do what they love every day with growing that bar. Dude, they don't care about the grit, man. They don't care about embracing the suck and just taking time to grow because of their perspective. So I think that's super huge for me too. I think that's a huge thing. But, I was also talking to him about you because it's like, well, hey, those are all Marine bubbas, man, getting it in and fucking doing their thing. But you and I, like, you're a civilian, right? Like, I did, full disclosure, I made a couple of jokes. What can you do? But I did tell him, like, man, here's what's fun about, like Eli and I was like, not only does he carry the same values and same work ethic because you're just a born entrepreneur. That's just in your blood, man. But at the same time, I feel like growing a company with you validates me in the civilian world because I'm not just this guy, like, shoot my mouth off telling, like, corporate America how to be, and here's how we did it in the Corps. Like, fuck off, dude.
Right.
But we've actually built something, like, you and I have collaborated, and we've built something within civilian world, and it's working and it's successful. So I think to another layer, it validates me.
It does.
You know what I mean?
And that's the value of having a good partner, man. And, I think when people are choosing a partner, one of the worst things that I think you could do is choose a partner based off of their track record or the tangible things that they bring to the table. Like, if you're choosing a partner based off of how much money they have or what companies they've started before, I think you're already fucked. That's like choosing a wife because her dad is rich and she's from a certain town.
Ugh.
You have to be in love with the person, and then, if you're in love with that person, they're going to have a certain amount of value that they bring that's going to be beneficial to you. But I think it's a combination of kind of both those things. And with you and I, like, validating each other, like, when you build your personal brand the way that you have, and people know what your expectations are, people know how you do business, people know the level of accountability that, you apply to all areas of your life, that validates me as well.
100%.
No,
both, but it's always just going to fall down to that process. But what I really enjoy about, like, working with you too, man, is as much as I love the Marine Corps and as much as I love law enforcement and a lot of those processes, and as much as I love the experiences that I gained from them, I also love that you're not a veteran, right? Because it's like, hey, again, when we go back to talking about what we can talk about, right? Staying in your lane and speaking to what you can within your perspective. Well, dude, I'm a Marine. Dude, I'm a cop. Dude, I did government work. Like, that's my shit, man. Like, that's what I have to kind of fall back. That's where, and it's not like these lessons don't apply to everyone. When we talk leadership and brand building and all that, it applies to everyone. But my perspective and my hard work, it's coming from my experiences, right? But what's fun, and what's enlightening is that having a civilian business partner, it does just validate that, like, hey, if you like our content, man, I appreciate that so much, but please don't like our content and let it be, or don't like my side of the content and let it be nostalgic or something that's cool, but then it's unrelatable because you're not a Marine.
Right.
And having a civilian, shit, not even just one, like Fat's over here doing his thing. We're all fucking partners, man. He fucking deals with us more than anyone.
Yep.
Civilian. Not only is he a civilian, he's in the heart of the millennial generation. Like, golly, right? Talk about stereotypes, but what I like about that is it does show people like, hey, you can like this content, you can enjoy everything we have to say, but it's not unrelatable. It's not out of reach. It's not, of course you don't quit, man. You did this. And you're like, no, dude, not true. I was a shitty swimmer before boot camp. My mom was a hippie. I never shot a rifle before boot camp. You know what I mean? Like, dude, she didn't even let me have squirt guns. She embarrassed me in 5th grade because she said Lion King was premeditated murder.
That's awesome.
Right when I was just starting to like chicks.
That's awesome.
There's a couple of Hispanic chicks in the class. One was Anna.
And you had to leave the classroom when they
She's
watched
like,
Lion King.
how you doing? How you doing?
Yeah,
I'm like, oh, hey, I'm good. And here comes my mom. Right? Like, holy crap.
Yeah.
But I learned how hard I could work at something and the confidence that it brews. So for me, the number one thing I take away from the Marine Corps was that a lot of the things that I was best at were new to me. Right? A lot of the awards that I've gotten in shooting and all that crap, man, like, I'd never done it until I actually showed up at boot camp. So one, it shows a proven process within the Marine Corps that they have a process on how to teach. And if you don't let your bad habits, or if you don't have any bad habits, if you don't let that interfere, if you come in here and you apply yourself and compartmentalize and work hard at it, they've got a phenomenal system at creating fighters. Period. Right? So there's credit to that, but then also you can give credit to yourself of actually how hard you can work at something before you give it up or say, this doesn't work. Like, does it? Oh, you can't lose the weight? Oh, you're trying? Are you? Or, look, are you being a little bitch? Right.